What's going on YouTube? And we're back with another YWB certified banger. And I just want to briefly mention a couple things before I start the story time. So thank you guys for almost 200 subscribers as of right now. It's October 26th. And by the end of the month, I wanted to reach 200. Which I don't think is quite possible. But thank you again. We're at 184 as of this recording. And another thing I wanted to mention was the live stream. I did a little live yesterday and that shit was so ass. I came back from work and it was such a fail. I apologize. I deleted it. It was not even it. It was such a stupid ass live stream. I'm pissed at myself. Now that we got that out the way, let's get right into the video. So this was about the first mushroom experience I've had. And this was my first psychedelic experience as well. So this story time happened last year. It was at the end of 2022, almost 2023, but not quite there yet. So this was fresh out of treatment. So now from this Fetty days and forward, this is all after treatment. So I'm fresh out of treatment, probably like 2-3 weeks in out of treatment, and I get kicked out the crib. So I get kicked out because I failed my drug test at my outpatient treatment, and that's for another story time. So I was living with MC, and he's a pretty common character. And in this particular day, we were coming back from JV's, which is another friend of mine. We're coming back from his girlfriend's house, and his girlfriend lives about half an hour away up north from where we're from. And we were doing a little deal up there, and we were skimping out of like a dub. So we go up there, and she only has like 60 bucks on hand, and she tries to have us throw in. So I just take a little bit of Zal from the bag, give it to her. She tried to fucking scam us and shit. So we're on our way back now. We're coming back, and my mom calls, and she's saying that she's gonna throw all of my like clothes outside and shit. I was in an argument with her. And we weren't in the greatest of terms, to say the least. So coming back from there, I'm like, dude, what the hell? And I'm asking MC if he can drop me off. And he's saying nah, but he'll drop me off like close on the way there, which he only drops me off like 2 blocks away. And I was with Rari as well, I forgot to mention. So it was me, MC, Rari, JV in the whip. So after he drops me off, we walk to my crib, and my mom she was pissed. My mom and my stepdad, they were pissed as fuck. They're like, if you come in, I'm calling the police, in which they did because there was a cop car out. And then the cop just really escorts me, and then he just tells me, just get what you want. I do. I get my clothes and shit. She put my clothes in this big ass fucking toilet box. And after that, I put it on my skateboard and push it up the street. And I remember up the street, we see George, which I think he was in the story time. He was in one of the story times. His name was George, and he lives up the block from me. We see George and his little brother. Fuck, dude, that was so stupid. They just come out, they're like, oh, what are you doing? And I just tell him what's going on. He didn't really even care. He just buys weed from me. I swear to him and his little brother, which he was like fucking 11. His little brother's like 11 years old. They just come and shop from me, at which I make a couple bucks. And we call Rocco, and Rocco's down to pick us up. And after we call Rocco, I call Jerry. And he was not really common, but he was in my last story time, the most sesh. And I think another one prior to that, I could think, I might be wrong. But I call Jerry. And Jerry's like, yo, like, where you at? I'm in St. Paul. Because he just moved to a different city like 15 minutes away. And he's like, I'm down to pick you up. I'll help you out. And what he does, he picks me up, and I put my fucking big-ass toilet box in the trunk of his car. But it takes him like 15 minutes, of course, to come here. And when he comes, like 3 minutes later, Rocco shows up too. But in those 3 minutes, I did the most fucking stupid shit I could do in my life. We smoke a blue. And if you don't know what blues are, they're fentanyl, basically. It's a fentanyl-pressed fucking Percocet pill. And we smoked that blue in those 3 minutes. And that was the most tweak shit going on. We don't even just smoke a blue. We had a fucking bong too at the time, which we light up the bong. I remember it was Rari's bong, which was the most fucking. It was a pretty fire sesh besides the blue, and that is what I think genuinely fucked up the trip because I was on fentanyl, fucking smoking weed, and fucking and on shrooms, dude. That's a dumb ass mix. So when we smoked the blue, and then when Rocco pulls up, we introduced Jerry and Rocco together because they never met prior to this. And I don't remember how the topic of shrooms got brought up, but I do remember I had a plug for them. So once we all get settled in, I'm like, yo, I got like 60. I'm trying to get like a quad of shrooms. I asked the plug, which surprisingly the plug literally lived like 5 minutes away. So Jerry and I hop in the whip. We tell Rocco and them to stay. Jerry and I pull up to the plug's house. I give him the money. He gives me the shrooms in this white owl bag. Like the little white owl fucking... I was going to say saran. I apologize. Mylar bag. I don't know if it is a Mylar bag, but it looks like it. So we get a quad from him. We come back. We pull up to the boys. They're just literally parked up the street from my house. And we eyeball it. And Rocco and Rari were the only ones who've done shrooms prior to this. I'd never done them myself. And they say it's decent shrooms. And we all take, well, I think I said 1.75 in the past. I think I took like a dub. I'm so serious. I think it was probably over a dub. I'm not very good at eyeballing shrooms, especially in this fucking situation. It was my first time. So we eyeball it and then we pop them. I have a video of doing this shit. It was stupid as fuck, but I pop them. I pop probably like a dub. Everybody else got like, well, me and Jerry were the ones that had the most. We both had like a dub. Everybody else had like a 1.5, 1G or whatever. And after we pop them, Jerry and I go to Jerry's house. Rocco follows through because we were dropping Jerry's car off. It was Jerry's mom's whip, actually. And Rocco's behind us. So Rocco pulls up behind us. We're in front of Jerry's house. He puts the keys in his house and shit. And he comes in we take my big ass toilet box and put it in Rocco's trunk. And then we just exchange. Jerry and I hop in the whip. We all hop in the whip, actually. And we just go to Rocco's old treatment. And this is when I felt the shrooms kick in a little bit. I feel like this is where, not the peak, but when you start feeling them. Because I was feeling cloud-headed. I was feeling different. And I didn't know what to expect, though. So I was kind of nervous. I just remember being a little nervous. We were just fucking around in this treatment, and we were just doing donuts and shit in the parking lot of the treatment. We see a couple people look out the window and shit, and we're just like flipping them off and shit. So after the treatment shenanigans, we go all the way like half an hour back to the apartment. And Jerry was with us, and Jerry lived about like half an hour away, basically. So we go to the apartment, and we just fuck around. And I remember going in the apartment, or we go to McDonald's, and then that's when I do that. I say some stupid shit. I said, because all right, I'm gonna explain this shit after I take a fat hit of this Avatar OG. Cheers, my friends. Ooh, blueberries. All right, so all of them tell me they're like, they say that they're gonna say shake those titties to the worker with me, but I think the worker was a male anyways. I was the only one that said that shit. Damn. Because everybody bitched out. So after fucking embarrassing myself, getting McDonald's, we go to the apartment. And that's when the shrooms kicked in. We were all in my room of the apartment, because that's where I lived with MC for a bit. And I remember looking at the chicken sandwich. I had the little McChicken from McDonald's. And that shit was fucking melting. Like, it literally looked like it was melting. And I said that. And I think I had a fucking ego death, but it was shortly destroyed by everybody because everybody wanted to go outside. I didn't want to go outside for some reason. And I was listening to Youngboy. And I see And like I mentioned, everybody goes outside and they're fucking around across the street. 10 minutes go by, they come back, and I'm fucked up off the shrooms. I look at my phone and all my eyes become J's for some reason. I don't know why, but that fucking happened to me. And I look outside and I see all four of them come back in the apartment. I thought I was tripping. I literally thought they were hallucinations. And I see the trees, and I kid you not, they're all flowers or butterflies. I apologize. But they were like butterflies. Like all the leaves on the trees turned to butterflies. So when they come in, they get done telling me that they broke a fucking window across the street to like some business. I call them fucking tweakers. And then it's time for Jerry to go home. So we go all the way back to my city, which is half an hour away because we're probably at 30 minutes away from the cities and shit. We go to drop Jerry off, and on the way from dropping Jerry off, the fucking cops try to pull Rocco over. And this is in one of his story times on his channel. I can put that in the link in the link below. But they try to pull us over. And Rocco is not with that shit. Rocco does not let that happen. And I remember saying to Rocco and Rari that it's okay and everything is fine. And JV's in the back tweaking too. We were both fucking off of it. So when we go and we arrive at the apartment, Rocco doesn't even drop us off at the normal exit. And on the process of that, I lose one of my shoes. Because I remember taking my shoe off and trying to put it back on, but my hand was so numb that I couldn't even do that. So when we arrive at the apartment, I barely remember anything. I don't remember him dropping us off. I do remember going up the stairs on the 3rd floor, then Rari just dipping. He runs all the way up the stairs, and I just have no recollection of that after. I don't remember him even coming down because I go on the 3rd floor. Our apartment's on the 4th floor. And they all look the same. So I go on the 3rd floor thinking it was the 4th. Fucking going like the same side as where our apartment is, but it's a completely different apartment. So when I'm knocking, some random person picks up. Or not picks up like it's a fucking phone, but he answers the door. And he's basically telling me, this isn't your apartment. I don't know why in my dumb fucking shroomed out brain, but I don't remember fucking harassing him. Apparently I was harassed, like yelling at him. And it was some really fucked up situation. He had kids there. He was saying like, dude, calm down. I have kids. I'm trying to sleep. I got work and shit. And it leads to the police being called. He calls the cops. And I don't get arrested, but they basically were going to. But since I was on drugs, they take me to the hospital. And it was like jump cuts. So I'm at the apartment, and then boom, like a second later, like it was being like I was being barred out. I just like jump cuts. Now I'm at the fucking van, or not the van, but I guess it is ambulance. And then boom, I'm at the hospital. And I remember like I thought it was all fake because I don't know what psychedelics were at the time. I thought I was gonna hallucinate shit. You know what I mean? I had no like past experience on psychedelics. So I remember being like brought in on a like not stroller but like the fucking rolling shit, like what people die on basically. And I like try to like slap the fucking not nurse, but he was like a nurse doctor. I like try to I slap his face like not super hard but gently because I thought I was like tweaking. And they fucking say I was like attacking him and I got put in restraints. So when I wake up, I'm already at the hospital. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I was hoping to wake up again, but this time in my bed, which it doesn't happen. I get told that I was pretty fucked up on psilocybin, and why I did it. They were just asking me like if it was like attempted suicide because JV tells them that we were on fentanyl. I don't know why, but I mean they probably could have seen it anyways. So I get told that I was brought from the fucking apartments, that I was pretty fucked up and shit, yada, yada, yada. And they want me to wait. I wait an hour for the drug to get out of my system. And then they let us go. And keep in mind, I don't even have fucking shoes on, bro. I lost both my shoes. Rari helped me out. I don't even have my phone because Rari has that too. Because apparently I was dropping my phone all the time. And we had to take the bus home. So we buzzed from there. Oh, it was such a shitty fucking, oh my god, I didn't even have fucking shoes on, dude. It was so ass. So more of the story is don't mix fucking drugs, dude. It took me, if you guys know what Tales from the Trip is, it literally took a Redditor from his subreddit to submit stories to let me know it was so fucked. Like, it took that to make me realize that that was such a stupid fucking thing. So I do hope you guys liked the video. Comment down below if you do, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all.